What's up, fam? It's your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times, and I'm back with another video. In this episode of Hood Tales, we'll discuss the case of Tiffany Foster, also known as Tiffany Starks, a Georgia mother who left to go to the store in March 2021 and never returned. But before we get into this video, welcome if you're new here to our channel. Please feel free to subscribe, click that notification bell to get notified every time we upload. If you're rocking with the content, smash that like button, share this video with everyone you know. Make sure you watch until the end to hear the full story. All right, let's jump right into it. So who is Tiffany Foster? And why hasn't her story made the headlines in national news? Tiffany has been missing for over 2 years. She was last seen on March 1st, 2021, leaving her apartment to run an errand. She never returned home. Tiffany's family is desperate to find her and to find out what happened to her. Tiffany Foster also went by the names Tiffany Starks or Tiffany Hill. Before Tiffany and her family moved to Newnan, Georgia, just 40 miles south of Atlanta, they lived in Columbus, Georgia, in the area of Southern Pines Drive. Growing up, Tiffany was very close to her younger sister, who she was closest to in age. The sisters acted just like each other and acted as each other's shadows. Their mom even dressed them alike. They grew up right by each other's side. They even got matching tattoos together after much convincing from Tiffany's younger sister. The tattoos read Big Sis in cursive on Tiffany's arm and Lil Sis on her sister's arm. Tiffany is described as strong, smart, always laughing, and the person anyone could go to with their troubles. Tiffany is a mother of 3 and adores her children very much. Tiffany is a hard worker and dedicated to achieving her goals. At the time of her disappearance, Tiffany attended Georgia Military College, majoring in criminal justice. She was just months away from graduating. Tiffany worked as a security guard at HelloFresh. Tiffany's ultimate goal is to work in law enforcement. Tiffany, her children, and her fiance, Reginald Robertson, were living together at the Creekside at White Oak Apartments on the 2800 block of Lakeside Way in Newnan. Some articles refer to the apartments as Lakeside Apartments. Here's a timeline of what took place at the time of Tiffany's disappearance. On Monday, March 1st, 2021, 35-year-old Tiffany was last seen by her fiance, Reginald, when she left their residence on Lakeside Way in Newnan to run errands at the grocery store. The last time her cell phone was active was at 2:58 p.m. when it pinged just north of Almajack Boulevard, 2 miles from her home. Some reports say that Tiffany's last communication was a text message to her mother. Other reports say her last message was sent to her teenage daughter asking if she wanted anything from the store, which her daughter didn't see until later. When Tiffany didn't arrive home by 10 p.m., reports say her fiance Reginald grew concerned. Tiffany's daughter was the one to alert her grandmother that her mom had not returned back home that night. On March 2nd, when Tiffany missed her class at Georgia Military College, Tiffany's family formally reported her missing. On March 5th, Tiffany didn't show up for her scheduled shift at work. Missing work and school was not in Tiffany's character, especially leaving her children behind like that. 3 days later, on March 8th, her recently purchased dark blue 2020 Nissan Altima with a temporary Georgia tag number P1996240 was found abandoned 30 miles away in College Park, Georgia, a suburb of Southwest Atlanta. Some of Tiffany's personal belongings, like her purse with her ID, keys, and her credit card, were found inside the car. Then, on March 11th, Tiffany missed her planned flight to Texas. She had already booked her ticket. Her family's concerns began to mount as the days went by with no communication from Tiffany. The evidence pointed to the possibility that something had happened to the mother of three. A couple weeks later, on March 23rd, 2021, Tiffany's family, along with law enforcement, held a news conference to bring awareness to Tiffany's case. Her fiancé, Reginald, was in attendance. He even spoke on camera. He said, quote, "I'm her fiancé, and if anybody do know anything, could you please, contact this office and let them know, like I said, no matter how small or big, because it's just unusual. She would never not go without talking to those kids, even me, she would not go without talking to me, Then a reporter asked him, "When was the last time, sir, that you heard from her, or what was that about?" He answered, "When she left from home, she left me and her daughter at home. We haven't seen her, as far as we know, she was just going to run errands and do some things." Despite his pleas for help at the news conference, Tiffany's sister, who was close to her, said something felt off about Reginald's presence. The vibe, the energy, like something in her just said, "He knows more than what he's doing," she remembered. Weeks later, on April 21st, 2021, Reginald Robertson was arrested and charged with theft for moving Tiffany's car from Newnan to College Park days after she went missing. Police never said why they believed he moved the car. They also charged him with kidnapping and aggravated assault, but police said the charges were not in connection to Tiffany's disappearance. It later came out that the charges stemmed from an incident that took place between the couple in November 2020, about 6 months prior to when Tiffany went missing. The theft charges were eventually dropped by the state. However, Reginald is still being held without bail in the Coweta County Jail, awaiting trial for the November 2020 charges. There are no other police reports of domestic issues between Tiffany and Reginald. Reginald was never formally named a suspect in Tiffany's disappearance, but later police considered him to be a strong person of interest in her case. Reports say Reginald has stopped cooperating with law enforcement in regards to Tiffany's disappearance. Since Tiffany's mysterious disappearance, numerous rewards have been offered for information leading to an arrest and/or the location of Tiffany. Right now, the rewards are $65,000 for Tiffany's safe return and $30,000 for information that may lead to an arrest and conviction in the case. Tiffany would have celebrated her 37th birthday with her family this past October. Her absence has been devastating to her family. Not knowing where she is or what happened has taken a tremendous toll on her parents. Her mother has had health complications, possibly related to the stress of it all. Her father sadly passed away in December 2020 at the age of 65 before knowing the outcome of his daughter's case. Family members believe the stress also took a toll on him. The 2-year anniversary of Tiffany's disappearance just passed on March 1st, 2023. Tiffany's family, loved ones, and law enforcement is pleading with the public to contact them if they have any information, anything that could help them find Tiffany. For now, it's not publicly known how Tiffany got to the parking lot near where her phone pinged, whether she drove her car away or if someone else did, and why. Investigators are hoping someone out there has answers that may lead to her safe return. Reginald is still awaiting trial for the charges unrelated to Tiffany's disappearance. Investigators say he remains uncooperative. He has not been charged with her disappearance. However, Reginald Robertson still remains a person of interest. No word on the date of his trial. Fam, I've been following this story for quite some time with the hopes of Tiffany being found. The circumstances surrounding her disappearance are so suspicious. The Coweta County Sheriff's Office said that her case is still active. Law enforcement are working together with Tiffany's family to help bring her home. 19 separate pieces of evidence have been submitted to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation to be processed. Hopefully, they can produce credible leads that can help bring closure and justice for Tiffany and her family. On Saturday, March 4th, 2023, Tiffany's family planned to release balloons in remembrance of her at Veterans Memorial Park in Newnan at 11 a.m. My thoughts and prayers are with Tiffany's family and her children. I can't imagine what they're going through. I hope they get the closure they deserve. Tell me your thoughts, fam, on Tiffany's story in the comments below. My hopes are to bring awareness to Tiffany's case, so make sure you share this video with everyone you know. Tiffany is described as a Black woman, 5'2", 220 pounds. She has hazel eyes and a strawberry red birthmark that goes from her back down her arm. She has her hair cut short, but is also known to wear wigs. And she also has a tattoo that says Big Sis in cursive on her upper arm. If anyone has seen or heard from or knows something about Tiffany Foster Starks, please contact authorities. All right, fam, that's it for this episode of Hood Tales. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times, and I'm out.